My story is called Confessions. Just when she was about to give birth to her third child, the woman thought this would be a great time to tell her husband the truth. She needed to come clean. At first, he thought the gulping and exhaustion was just from childbirth. But soon, his grasp on her hand just became less and less firm. He so silently just backed away and slipped out of the room. The only one that seemed to take notice was the mother. She took a deep breath and continued with childbirth. He then, the father, alleged father, began walking through the corridors of the hospital, hoping to find the gift shop. When he reached the gift shop, he had a great disappointment when he found that they didn't sell alcohol, nor did they sell cigarettes. He felt the need for both right now. Without another glance back, he walked out of the hospital and made his way towards the city square. He stopped at the first bar that he could find. He walked in, immediately ordered 2 glasses of beer, sat in the corner, and just thought. That's where I found him. See, my profession keeps me in these bars and pubs and things of that sort. I got him a glass of beer, walked over to him and offered him the fresh glass. He gladly took it and then invited me to join in his suffering. He told me that when he first met his wife, he first became friends with her brother. They bonded over their love of the blue and black soccer team. It was awesome. They were both they were the biggest sports fans there was. But then their friendship kind of developed and they became more and more close. They started going to each other's houses and hanging out all the time. That's when he met his wife. When he first met her, she was sitting in an armchair just reading a book, but he noticed he had read that same book and just finished it 2 weeks earlier. So he was, hey, what's up? And at first she was just kind of like, eh. But then a conversation started. She was mesmerized by his mind and his literary knowledge. Time passed. They began to be closer and closer. He would write her name on little papers and write her name in the air, and soon it was evident to everyone that they belonged together. So they married, had 2 children, and life was going great. They settled into their roles, her as housewife, him as the breadwinner. It was lovely. And then one day she came in the living room and was like, you know what? I'm pregnant. Just said it in no special way, just announced it. The weeks that followed were kind of weird. He really couldn't, connect with her. He seemed to be growing apart from her. But he thought, maybe it's just this pregnancy. Then, on the day that she went into labor, she very kindly, but icy, asked him, can you grab the bags and put them in the car? It's time to go to the hospital. She seemed in a pretty good mood, but he could tell that there was something wrong. He was kind of flustered. He missed the hospital entrance. He couldn't find where to park. It was a whole mess. She didn't seem to mind. She just went along her day. Then the confession happened. And here we are sitting in this bar. He tells me that, their first kid, he's named after the goalkeeper. Retired, but the best goalkeeper that the blue and black had ever had. Their second child, named after a striker, still on the blue and black team. Her confession, which absolutely tore him apart, she didn't want their third child to be named after a blue and black team member because she, all these years, was a secret supporter of the purple and white, the blue and black's arch rival. Now he has a decision to make and he doesn't know what to do. Does he go back? I don't know. Thanks, guys. Hope everybody's, having fun in this weird time. Good luck on your stories, guys.